What's up, YouTubers? My name is Christy. I decided to create this video to share my experience, educate, and make people aware that your health is very important. So since March of 2020, almost a year ago, I lost my sense of smell completely. I was having bad headaches, my ear was hurting, my face was hurting, I was congested, had postnasal drip, my vision in one of my eyes was blurry. So I finally decided to call the doctor and set up a video visit with him. So I'm telling the doctor all of my symptoms, and can you guess the first thing out of his mouth? You have COVID. I'm like, what? Did you not just hear what I just said? But because I said I couldn't smell, he automatically told me that I had COVID. I'm like, okay. So before I go stick that stick up my nose, I'm gonna call a second doctor and get an opinion. So I'm on the video call now with the second doctor, telling them all my symptoms. You have COVID. I'm like, okay, you know what? I know I'm not crazy. I live in a house full of people. I was like, I would have affected at least one person by now. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get one more opinion. So now, doctor number 3, talking to her, she's asked me one question. She said, when you blow your nose, are your boogers green? Yes. She said, oh, you have a sinus infection. Ma'am, where you been at? Thank you. Finally, someone's listening to me. She's like, yeah, I'm going to set you up with the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and, we'll follow up from there. I'm like, okay. So now I go in person to meet with the ear, nose, and throat doctor. I'm telling him what's going on. He's checking my nose, my ear, my throat. He's like, yeah, you're definitely congested and your nose is inflamed. I'm like, okay, cool, we know that. So he was like, I'm going to give you some antibiotics and some prednisone. Now, if you don't know what prednisone is, it's steroids. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm down for anything. Help me. Help me. Let me tell y'all, I was all over the place. One day I was dizzy. One day I couldn't move. One day I had diarrhea. One day I was hyper. Mind you, I have a full-time job. I work 8 hours on the phone with customers. And I have a 5-year-old son that was home from school. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. I could not wait for my follow-up appointment to let the doctor know steroids, not for me. Okay. So I meet up with the doctor. The only symptom that changed was my ear wasn't hurting anymore. Everything else was the same. He's like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you more antibiotics and I'm going to schedule you for a CAT scan to check the nerve in your brain that's connected to your nose to make sure you don't have a tumor. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Want to be safe. All right. So I set up my appointment at Jefferson Radiology. My appointment was at 8 o'clock in the morning. The lady calls my name. She's like, oh, you have to take out all your piercings and you have to pee in a cup. I just went pee before I got here. And I can't take out all my piercings. So, mind you, my appointment was at 8 o'clock. 4 bottles of water later, y'all, I could not use the bathroom to save my life. After an hour and 45 minutes, I finally was able to take out all my piercings and I was finally able to use the bathroom. Yay! So now I'm waiting for the ear, nose, and throat doctor to call me. Weeks went by. I'm like, yo, what is going on? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call them and I'll set up an appointment. So I did that. Meet with him. He's like, you don't have a tumor. That's good news. He's like, your sinuses seem clear now. My symptoms are still the same, but okay. He was like, but you do have a deviated sternum, so my nose is crooked. Didn't even know. He's like, you have a small cyst under your cheekbone. Okay, didn't know that. And you also have something that's called Chiari malformation type 1. Sir, what does that mean? He says the bottom of your brain is hanging and it's basically touching your spine. Yeah, my face. Yeah. I'm like, what the? I'm not going to use no bad words. So, in my head, I'm like, I do have a lot of neck pain, but I just thought it's because I was sleeping wrong. So all the ENT kept saying to me was, you need to contact your primary doctor. You need to contact your primary doctor for more information. But I'm like, you specialize in ear, nose, and throat. Sir, I can't smell. He's like, I'm not sure what's going on. I would say at this point in time, you lost your sense of smell completely. But how about we do this? How about I set you up with the allergy nurse to see if that will help? I'm tired, y'all. I'm like, you know what? All these appointments, fine, whatever. Let's see. So I meet up with the allergy testing nurse, get injected with a bunch of stuff. My skin's irritated, it's itchy, it's burning, it's bubbling. Y'all, I'm allergic to everything outside. I need to be in a bubble. Allergic to trees. I'm allergic to grass. I'm allergic to weeds, not the kind you smoke. I'm allergic to dust. I'm allergic to horses, cats, dog dandruff. I said to the nurse, it's okay. I don't like being outside anyways. But while all of this is going on, my headaches are getting worse. My vision in my eye is getting worse. And now I can't taste. This is I'm in August now. So March, August. So I called my primary doctor. I'm like, look, something has to be done. Like, I don't know what's going on. Nothing's getting better. She was like, you know what? I'm going to refer you to a neurologist for the Chiari malformation. So I'm like, all right. So I called UConn. UConn didn't have any appointments till January. Now it's October now. I'm like, no. So I called my primary doctor back. I'm like, listen, I need someone else. So they gave me the information to Trinity. So I called Trinity. Trinity was like, hey, can you come in on Tuesday? Yes, definitely, I'm coming. So I meet with this doctor now. Speaking with him, he's doing a couple tests on me, like for my reflexes. He's asking me questions. So he's informing me on the Chiari malformation. It's something that's normally found by accident. Just a little background on it. I am sensitive to light, so this light does hurt a little bit. Sounds, if I'm somewhere and it's too loud, I'll get a headache. If I get excited and I'm yelling, I'll get a headache. If I sneeze, if I cough too many times, I'll get a headache. It's like a lingering headache sometimes that's in the back of my head that goes on for days and can be very annoying. But okay, back to my story. So I'm meeting with the neurologist now. So he's telling me that normally people that have the Chiari malformation, there's measures at 7 millimeters. Okay. He said when we measured yours is at 24 millimeters. Sir, what? So my brain is spilling out of my skull, and it's not just a little bit, it's a lot of it. I'm like, oh my God. So he's like, I want to schedule you to have another MRI done, and I'll give you something for your headaches, and we'll follow up. So he calls me. He was like, yeah, at this point you're chronic. There's fluid in your spine, and I want you to meet with the neurosurgeon so he can check out your MRI. Okay. So I meet with the neurosurgeon. He's showing me my MRI so I can see where my brain is hanging, but my brain is also pressing against my spinal cord and is causing fluid to get into my spinal cord. Y'all. I don't know. That's a lot, right? So if you felt like my situation is mind-blowing, if I educated you on anything, if you thought that, I did a good job telling this story because it took me so many times to tell it, I would definitely appreciate it if you like. So tap that like button, comment, and share and subscribe. So I will be doing another video. It's going to be a Q&A, so you ask questions and I'll answer. So comment any questions. You can inbox me any questions and I'll be doing a video. But that's what's been going on with me. So it is now January 2021. Still can't smell. I can taste. Not really. Some things taste like perfume. Some things taste like nothing. So I get very annoyed when I eat. But I do have my surgery scheduled for the end of this month. So if you want to know any more information, or you just have some concerns about something, like the video, leave a comment, and I'll answer any questions in my next video. Thanks for listening.